Hello you guys, my name is Alicia and welcome to Read Between the Lines. Before I start reviewing this book, I have to give you a spoiler warning. I'm gonna be raw here, I'm gonna give all of the spoilers, I'm gonna talk about everything. What's the name of the book? If you haven't read If He Had Been With Me, I advise you to go back, get out of this video, read the book, and come back. Come back so we can crash out together. This video is extra special because if you haven't noticed, today is August 8th. I don't have any videos, I've never posted on YouTube, but today just felt right. It's perfect. This is my second time reading If He Had Been With Me, and I felt the need to give you guys a review because I noticed a lot of things, and overall, I just need someone to talk about this book. Anyways, I literally divided every single one of my points into sections. Because if not, I'm just gonna be crashing out the whole video, sobbing, in tears, everything. So let's get started. Okay, so my first time reading it. I remember I was a sophomore. I was just chilling in my English class, and I always bring a book to my class because why the hell not?
I have to be quirky and weird.
I felt the need to bring that book that day, and I started reading it. I'm not gonna lie, I did not like it. I was so bored, but every single day I kept reading it. I kept reading little bits. Every time I finished any task, any homework, I would just keep reading and reading and reading and reading, but I never read it at home. I was never really obsessed with the book. Back then, I honestly just thought it was a friends to lovers slow burn type of book. Don't get me wrong, I love those types of books, but at that time, I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I've had enough of so many cheesy love stories. I was just tired of it. I also just wanted to understand the hype because I had seen it so many times on my For You page that I was just tired. I was like, okay, I have to read it. I literally have to read it. Thank God I kept reading because I started to reread this book literally yesterday.
I finished it in a day.
Like, I sat here at 9 p.m. and finished it at like, I don't know, 2 in the morning, 3? Like, I ate that book up. I don't know what 10th grade me was thinking. This book is so amazing. I read some reviews on the book, and I saw a lot of people saying that it was boring, it was too long. And I do get that point, I do. But we also need to understand every single part of the story. Like, she's not gonna realize she's in love with her best friend immediately. Like, she grew up with him. Like, most people would just think, oh, that's just my brother or my cousin, the way she said many times. So I do get that point. That's what 10th grader me thought. But rereading it, it was amazing. I loved it. I only started getting into it, like, actually interested when Jamie and Sasha started being weird. Because I was like, no way. There is no way Sasha, the only friend that stayed, actually is betraying Autumn. Like, it literally took me months to actually finish the book the first time, but when I did, I was in class. I was sobbing. Thank God no one noticed, because that was understandable, but girl, calm down. Characters then versus now. First, I actually thought Autumn was kind of annoying. She just felt very overdramatic. She was always overthinking everything. I felt like she was so much. Like, she just felt like I felt pressured every time I read something about her thoughts and all that stuff. But now that I reread it, 2 years later, almost 3, I realized that sophomore me hated her because that was me. I hated her because it was literally me. Like, I related to her so hard. The way she always felt like out of place, the way she was always clinging onto something, just like for comfort, especially the tiara, put it down. It was cute. It was actually cute, but put it down. I especially related to her in the part where she felt like she was performing in her own relationship. That was horrifying. And another thing, she was always surrounded by people, by her friends, her huge group of friends, but clearly she felt alone. And I truly relate on that. Like, who doesn't? Who doesn't? Also, her relationship with Finny, you can feel how they drifted apart, but you can also feel how they're like orbiting around each other without even noticing. Finny, I don't have anything to say about him. He is my baby. I love him. That's my man. I cried so hard when he died. Like, I did not expect it, even though the beginning literally foreshadowed it. But I cried. I cried a lot. He was always so affectionate to everybody, especially Autumn for obvious reasons. But it was so sweet, and he was such a green flag. He was such a genuine, like, I can't. Him wanting to be a doctor just felt right. Like, okay, so Jamie. At first, both times I read it, at first I had mixed feelings about him. He felt so nice. Like, he felt like the epitome of a man. I literally fell for every single one of Jamie's stupid lies. I hated him so much when I finally acknowledged how disrespectful he was. He always tried to force things onto Autumn, and maybe one or two times he was like,
oh yeah, it's alright.
but no, he is not it. I truly started hating him after the black eye incident. Cause what do you mean? He was so excited to tell everybody at school, oh my god, I gave my girlfriend a black eye. He thought it was so funny. So funny. Also, the whole be realistic conversation to Autumn, speechless. Literally speechless. Like, what do you mean, find an actual job? Excuse me? Meanwhile, Finny, he always encouraged Autumn. Like, he loves that Autumn wanted to be a writer so much. He loved her writing without even reading anything. And the fact that he remembered Autumn's book or writing or whatever from 6th grade, I don't even remember what I did last year. I truly loved how he actually understood her on such a high level. But we aren't talking about Finny right now. We're talking about Jamie, and we hate Jamie. Sylvie. I honestly never really hated her. She was just there. She was just another character. She was annoying, but she wasn't all that. She was just there. I don't truly have an actual opinion on her. She was just annoying. She just felt like a wannabe cool teenager, and that's kind of normal, so. I did hate how Finny died trying to check up on her. Like, he didn't die from the car crash. He died after trying to check up on Sylvie, who was very fine. She was alright. She did not have a scratch. She was alright. And hear me out. I'm not saying Sylvie should have died instead, but the mothers, they were so cute. Their friendship was everything. That's the first thing I have to say. Their friendship was so sweet and so genuine. They were literally sisters. Autumn's mom actually pissed me off many times, but I never really hated her. It was just the whole husband thing. He was always a red flag. Like, he was always disappointing them. He was always missing everything. Like, but again, I don't hate her. I know that leaving a husband or a partner can be difficult, so I'm not hating on her. It just pissed me off. Finny's mom, she was an angel. I love that woman. I want her to be my aunt. I want her next to me. I love her. Nothing else to say about them. Sasha. Asshole. Signs of Finny's death. One thing I didn't realize until I started rereading was how much clues they were about Finny's death. First of all, literally the first page. What they do not know, the cause of the argument is crucial to the story of me.
I can see it. The rain-slaked road and the flashing lights of ambulances. I can see it. The rain-slaked road and the flashing lights of ambulances. Ambulance. I can see it. The rain-slaked road and the flashing lights of police cars and ambulances. The rain-slaked road and the flashing lights of ambulances.
Ambulance.
And police cars cutting through the darkness of night, warning those passing by. I see Sylvie sitting sideways of the back of the policeman's car, her feet drumming on the wet pavement as she talks. I cannot hear her, but I see Sylvie telling them the cause of the argument, and I know. If he had been with me, everything would have been different. She literally says he's dead. I don't know why it was such a shock to me and to so many people, but it was literally there. Another time his death was foreshadowed was in page 104. It says, Aunt Angelina taught him to drive ages ago. She says he is a good driver, but she is still terrified of him killing himself on the road. Baby, it happened. Another time is in page 217 where it says, on the television, a car flips over and catches on fire. Oh no, I say. What? Jamie says. He died, I say. This one isn't that clear, but why did they have to add that? There is nothing else about the movie in the rest of the pages. So why was that necessary? I think that was another way to foreshadow Finny's death, but I don't know. You guys tell me. There were so many more lines where they foreshadowed Finny's death, but those three were just like... And honestly, rereading, seeing those lines, it hurt like hell. The moment of truth. Finny's death. Again, I don't know why it was such a shock to me and for everybody else, but it was, and it was devastating. It was so devastating because it wasn't all dramatic, all,
Oh my god, he's bleeding. Oh my god, he...
No, it was not dramatic. It was just quiet. It was just a small...
Hey, by the way, Finny died.
It actually sucks how Finny and Autumn didn't have an actual chance to be together. First, Autumn tries to take her own life. Then she finds out she's pregnant. It was a lot to take in, but it did not feel rushed, unlike other books. Laura wrote it in such a way that I felt like I wasn't in a hurry. Everything was shocking and devastating, but it wasn't messy, and I really, really loved that. My favorite parts. My favorite chapter is chapter 53, where we finally learn about Autumn and Finny's first kiss. It was so cute and so genuine, but I was also so pissed off at Autumn. But I also get her. She just got kissed randomly by her best friend. I'm just saying, if it were me, I would have not run away. I like this line specifically where it says, Finny, my Finny kissed me. It was horrible. It was strange and wonderful. It felt like I was watching a meteor shower and did not know if it meant the stars were falling and the sky was breaking apart. Broke me. My other favorite chapter is 65, but I don't have a specific favorite part in that chapter. It's just the whole chapter. This is where Finny starts taking Autumn out after the breakup, and it's so cute. I love it. It's so wholesome. It's so genuine. I specifically like the part where Autumn is like, oh,
I'm so sorry our mothers made you come here, take me out and stuff, you know?
and Finny's just like, no, I did it on my own. I wanted to take you out. I wanted to make you feel better. I'm telling you, I'm already gonna start crashing out. Chapter 65 and the rest after that, those are my favorites. Those are the best chapters ever. I don't remember what part specifically it is in this book, but my favorite quote, it isn't poetic. It isn't nice, it isn't sweet, It isn't cute. It's just,
Jamie, Finn, sit back down.
this sentence doesn't seem like anything out of the ordinary until you read the context. Autumn just ran out of her favorite teacher's room to puke. And guess who stands up? Her boyfriend and her best friend. I know, bare minimum, but it's so cute. Like, you cannot tell me. If I were Autumn in that same moment, I would swallow the puke and go running to Finny. That is so gross. If He Had Been With Me is one of those books that stick with you. They don't leave you, they're just gonna mark you forever. The first time I read it, I was in shock. The second time I read it, I just understood everything. And honestly, that hurt even more. Let me know in the comments what part of this book broke you.
Beside Finny's death, of course.
And also, let me know if you want me to review If Only I Had Told Her. I really hope you enjoyed this video and this review. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And see you next time.